Welcome back to the All-Stars region of Pubgm Mobile Grand Finals, ladies and gents. Now we finally get into Rondo. Hopefully the issue is being resolved and it's going to be smooth sailing. For now, we restart back and rewind, especially for the teams that fallen behind or being eliminated early on. Now they have a redo, but for the teams that got themselves elimination points just now, a bit bittersweet start for this Rondo map. Fortunate enough, it's going to be a clean slate for everybody as we make the remake of this map going on for our third map of the day. 2 more chances for you guys watching at home to win away any lucky prize. When we have the QR code popped out anytime, just scan it out because you still have the time to win something this time. Now we finally head into Rondo, but this time it's going to be a single flight path. It's actually randomized for the flight path, whether it's going to be 1 or 2 flight paths since the map is massive. But this time, it's going to be the same fair game for everyone, and it's going to be the same flight path as well. Coming up from Frongtun, going all the way towards the right side of a map, nearby on the northern side of Jadina City, and Yungu will be right on top. It'll be 3 or 4 teams dropping themselves in Yungu. We might actually expect some hot battles, including around the northern side or just on top of Hongshan. We heard a couple of shots, and that's going to be the circle right on the right side of the map. This is going to be tough for the teams actually drop themselves outside of the circle. It's going to be a long journey, and they'll be thinning off crowd coming out from the side of Hongshan and Yulin. Jadina City, oh man, I don't want it to be an urban warfare. If we ended up right on top of Jadina City, I tell you, and I swear to God, it's gonna be a long game because of how the urban warfare, how tall the buildings are, and the skyscrapers will not make it easy for the teams that have to fight in Jadina City. Well, back towards the sort of team that engaged early on. This is gonna be team number 12, which is gonna be who else? From the third region, but unfortunately, Grace bowing out quite early. They lost Pubgm as well. Next, for the next team, we have also fighting against Loot Legends. We know how aggressive Loot Legends can be. So for the side of team who else, which is number 12, they have to be extra careful now. They lost 1 man early on. Heavy casualty on the side of team who else? Down to 2 players. It's going to be a 2v4. Not the greatest start for them. Tread this very carefully now. Either you can disengage and exit out and just be hot-headed and take the fight either way. But for the side of team number 12, who else? They want to fight this and manage to pick up Pubgm. But unfortunately, JPN, also big shot from behind. That gives away the position of the members, the rest of the members of who else. They are right on top of the structures. So for the rest of Team Loot Legends, they will try to aim for it. You can see how Tom repositioned himself around the stairs, just across the other side of the building. But unfortunately, Yok see that one coming. It's down to 2v2. Zigzag, Jabalo did down next. It's not great. Loot Legends is a double blade sword, but on the rise is going to be who else? Despite being squared down left, right, center, they still managed to fight back and managed to reset themselves. This is huge if they manage to clutch this one out. JPN, good job, Vish. Oh boy, this is not great for Loot Legends. We're having a great run just now. We are finally back into the All-Stars Regional Pubgm Mobile Grand Finals. Now, this is going to be the third time we're saying that. Hopefully, the third time's a charm then. But due to some tech issue that's not able to be resolved, we're going to shift over to Sunhawk. So instead of having Rondo, it's going to be a double Sunhawk for today. It means for the players, buckle up because it's going to be a rowdy wild ride. We saw the Sunhawk early on. It has been incredibly tough for the players with such aggressiveness showcased by the teams won in Sunhawk before, which was 5 FS, that 1 HP performance. Can they pull another one? If you want to watch out for 5FX, that's going to be team number 9. But so far, circles-wise, it might be on top of Paradise Resort or even Bond. So we're going to have to wait and see. Slightly different when it comes to the previous Sunhawk map. We have slightly on the northern side, which was Cow as our center of the circle. But this time, a bit more generous for the players to have a great start. Not so much Machete! No! Feels like we're watching a horror movie just now. Ice Keeping, that's a brutal. Just chopping the players away. Next is going to be team number 16. That's going to be Lawa team. The teams that's rising up now. Finally, congratulations for Lawa team breaking the 0 code in the overall rankings with Anatma, mother-son. Actually scored himself that 1 point. They've been waiting for the entire day to crack that 0, crack that egg early on. Finally, they get to do so. But at a cost, they lost one of their team member, WGN, which being sacrificed for the sake of that 1 point. A bit later, but unfortunately, they have to start off as a 3. But we're not done yet. Still one more team around then. There's going to be a team to watch out for. It's going to be Silent Raptor. Now, Silent Raptor, they're one of the teams that need that 1 point to stay out of the 0 when it comes to today. Silent but deadly, here comes on a mark taken down. Partner Kenzo running over, try to get an off angle. There's going to be a bit of a trade between these two teams. Front is down as well. Silent but deadly! Deadly indeed. Chin-chan coming up from the off angle, from the sidelines. Chin-chan not being spotted by Silent. No way! How? And that's going to be another one bites the dust. 1v1 for Chin-chan versus Silent Raptor. But on the side of Lawa team, it's going to be 2 in the bag for now. Ama. Team Dynamite. Massive explosion by D7. Opening up breach into Dynamite. It's going to be Dynamite versus Allstars. Down to 5% of HP. I might have to do something about this. Try to help Bunny up. But the footsteps seems to be too close for comfort. Extra anxious on the side of Amar right now. Painan, well, it's going to be the major choke points if they manage to stop all the teams to migrate into Paradise Resort for Painan. D7! Incredible plays! There's going to be one team out way early on. We're down to 14 teams here. But 45 remaining means a lot of teams doesn't have a full roster going on. But in the Battle of Painan, this battle won over by none other than Team Islborn. Managed to wipe out the rest of Niner Mike. Niner Mike early on, they had such a great momentum. Their stamina depleted just now as their performance slowly just taken away by other teams. Next, we have Silent Raptors. Last player remaining, Yvette's. Have another team close by. SPS shall just passing through. It's another team just across them as well. Two teams. I assume that's going to be both solo players for the teams. But there's going to be a different one. Sabla spots out the team number 15, Magdes. It's going to be Malaysia versus Malaysian teams now. Joshua Jiggly tried to finish off the bridge around the side of the Camp Charlie. They try to migrate into the main peninsula. Angkor Manja. What a spray by Joshua Jiggly from afar. That's pretty much around 150 meters shot. First sight of Joshua Jiggly. Osman Latif take on the high grounds, going up the bridge. Playing very smart here, but quite an open space. Jumping down off the bridge, hoping they'll find some players swimming around the corners, trying to hide themselves from being eliminated completely. One elimination's in the back for the side of Osman Latif, aggressively trying to gain another. Horimiya trying to give cover fire from the side. J-Bomb spotted out Uncle Manja, but didn't spot it out. J-Bomb just now, they just missed him. Despite he's bleeding out right behind him as well. Team 11, sebelah. Betul-betul sebelah. Tak nampak. The team name is already next to you. And next to him, he didn't see. Ritz still swimming inside. There's no way to actually fire from here on. If you're swimming, you can't fire. That's the law of PUBG Mobile. J-Bon is finally spotted out by Osman. He's got himself a 2, a 4 in total for the team. That's an easy cleanup coming up from the side of Team 11, Team Sibla. Magdes and the rest of the team will be the second one to bow out quite early back in the lobby. So they're probably going to prepare themselves for the last map of the day. That's going to be Erangel. Back towards the war, the fight, and the battle of the hunters. The one that's hunting right now, aggressively, proactively trying to find the targets. It's going to be Team Sibla. Team number 11, Sabla. Back to the side of Alborn, also scored himself a 4. They wiped out the entire team before this. Especially D7X. Scored 3 out of 4 for the teams. Now, Painan seems to be theirs for now, but it all down to the circle. When it comes to second stage, circle pops. If it's Painan not inside of the circle, like it or not, they have to start to move. Now, in case you guys don't know, Sanhok is the smallest map of all the PUBG Mobile maps. 4 by 4 kilometers. Very small indeed. With a lot of towns in between, a lot of trees, a very rainforestry. Now, it's all about the blue zone. It's not inside of Painan. The moment you saw the white line is right next to you, you know for a fact the blue zone will actually take your life away if they lingers too long. The thing about the blue zone, never mind, he bats. Spotted out by Chin Chan in the very last minute. He did not know. So does Chin Chan as the last player. Only one man standing, and Romeo must die. That Romeo will be. That player's been taken out by Chin Chan. Chin Chan still living. And when he comes to the circle, it's not that far off, so he's still safe. Blues and White stage 3 onwards in Sunhawk is going to be very swift. They have to quickly find themselves nearby to the center of the circle. The blue zone will eat you away. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, less than 1% of HP per second. But the moment he hits stage 4, 1 second. Stage 5, 1.5. Up to stage 7 and 6, 3 seconds, you're dead. That's just how crazy painful the blue zone can be the longer the game gets. So the player has to move faster and not wasting too much time thinking or waiting for the opponents. They don't have a choice. They need to push forward. Just like our life. We need to keep looking forward and not going backwards. That's how PUBG Mobile actually teaches about our lives. Back towards team number 9. 5FS, they actually get themselves the chicken dinner in Sunhawk prior to this. Can they score another one? They split themselves into 2-2 formation. There's so many formations you can actually play in PUBG Mobile. It's a 4-player game in a team. You can put as a strategy, like example, everybody knows how like special operation forces actually work. You can go for one tree, one being the one that actually recon in the front, the other tree will back up. You can go for 2-2, we call it 2-2 split, or you can just go as a 4. Usually the 4 formation, like 4 men all move together at the same time. Usually we call it to do the flush. The flush is like, it's not really a toilet flush, but pretty much the same analogy, where you try to take all the players inside of a building all out at the same time. That's what we call a flush. So if they manage to call out a flush in a building, it means the attacking offensive strength is just remarkable. So on the side of Team 9, aka we have 5FS, you can see they try to flush any team if there's any inside of the buildings. But unfortunately, they didn't cross their path with any other teams yet. But we spot out few. Might take it out Marta. Team Alpha struggling to keep the boat afloat. There's the Marta knocked down. Every second ticks away. 2% of HP for the players being knocked down now. And Marta hopefully can save by Frank. He popped the smoke. Hopefully will blind the openers from shooting over spray over the side. It's going to be 7 seconds of picking up their members. While KFC 100 try to give some cover fire and try to distract the enemy across the other side, which they're fighting against 4 angry men. Marta finally get back up to his feet. 100. Giving so much information that it's safe and it's clear to run away from the shots. He hide himself behind the hills. On the side of 4 angry men who's firing against them just now, have no clue what's going on. Shredded almost is completely down at 400. I would be worried for them not to just waste their resources, because when it comes to Sunhawk, resources are scarce when it comes to this map. Be very conservative to play. But Jamaluddin, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Just gonna drive away around the rim of the circle and circling around the team that he's fighting against. So it's gonna be team number 10, T-Virus. Loot Legends, team number 3, fighting against T-Virus. In a very tough position. That was super lucky. This point Mel for the players. Jamaluddin, how lucky can you get? Tom, one of the star player of this team in the Loot Legends team, need to be saved ASAP. Jamaluddin, he can't do this alone. There's too many people for him to deal this by himself. But unfortunately, Jamaluddin couldn't do a thing to help the bleeding Tom. He's being finished off by T-Virus team number 10. So it's best Jamaluddin just go for this engagement. Oh boy. Get some structure. No! Not like this! Oh, Jamaluddin. You gotta get your license revoked like this. Jamaluddin. Later I call your brother Jamaluddin Hassan if you drive like this. It's very dangerous. Oi, 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 oi! Oh no, 4 angry men. From a pan to the fire, from fire to hell. Jamaluddin, nice try. GG, well played. But back to at the side of Paradise Resort, we have none other than Alpha. Team Alpha still sticks as a 4. When it comes to team surviving, we still have 10 teams, but not 40 players, which means some teams do have less firepower. Some of them having solo players, some of them having a trio, maybe a couple of them is a duo. That leaves us probably 5 teams with a full squad right now. 300, if you guys can actually see on the minimap, you want to know how far the players actually have to move to get into the safe zone. Do you see that 51, 50, 35 meters? That means that just shows the distance for the players to get into the safe zone. So for the side of Oromia, there's only 10 meters away to get into blue zone if the blue zone, to get into the safe zone when the blue zone actually hits. And when it comes to the blue zone, when will it come? Look at the timer, 10 seconds to go, we're hit into stage number 5, which means the Blue Zone will slowly killing the player outside of the circle if they don't find themselves inside. Osman. Chin-Chan again. Chin-Chan solo player, no problem. Chin-Chan carry the team by himself, no problem. Oh man, SPHL All-Star slowly losing their members limb by limb, ousted by the rush of the other team from the outside. But they managed to secure a couple of kills against 5FS. It's going to be one of the toughest contenders because they just won themselves a chicken dinner in the last game. But Super Nix with a Vector. Super Nix try to save. You have to pick and choose, Super Nix. You want to save your mate or you want to fire against them. He managed to score another one, but now Nix is down as well. And that's going to be the loss of SPHL All-Stars. This is going to hurt them down to only Goptex. This is going to hurt for their overall rankings on the side of SPHL All-Stars. They barely got enough points, but at least starting here on, they got themselves a couple of elimination points, plus maybe 1 or 2 placement points now. KFC, 200. There's going to be another team that's really strong. Mata had enough, and Mata say yes. Go wait in the lobby. Now the circle's shrinking even further smaller. This is going to be down to only like what? 100 meters radius for the team inside of this circle at stage number 4. Slightly a bit more. Around 1 kilometers. But back towards team number 10. It's going to be another epic battle. 3 teams. Way deep. So close to the blue zone. Too far from the safe zone. 200 meters from the white line. This is not good news. Maybe all 3 of them will taken out by the blue zone if they just overstay themselves here. They need to get out, find a disengagement, just go for exit. That's the best way to go. But if they force this fight, all 3 teams will not survive here. Lace picking up his teammate. This is going to be T-Virus's team, number 10. Team number 8, that's going to be 4 angry men waiting right across them as well. And not just that, we have another team which is going to be Alpha waiting on top. This team, you have another team behind them too. If they're not being careful, just focus on the front. Might get shot from the back as well. Alpha. Team Alpha. Frank still alive. Marta pretty low. Doc managed to get on one. Marta finish off on Mitra. There's no play. 5FS. They are in shambles. 5FS. They had the biggest chance to win this. They got the momentum in the previous Sundog. It's start to be a bit shaky now. Frank, back to Marta. Woo! What a play! Out of nowhere, 4 angry men. They're really angry now, everybody. Seems like they're just walking up from a bit slumber. EU! What a reaction! Shredded almost his vest or his helmet entirely now. Gotta do something about his gears. They need to change the gears. But unfortunately for them, there's no death boxes laying around for them to have an upgrade. But for the angry man, they're really angry. Keep going forward. Just only top 3 teams here. Make it 2. It's gonna be similar. Team 11 versus 4 angry men. 3v3. Joshua jiggling away. Wire Parsig being crocodile is deserved to be. Joshua goes down. What a play. Horimiya going against them. We have another third party coming up. Nobody spotted out 5FS. They still have a chance to win this chicken away. This is 2 teams. 5FS, they still have 1 more player. Nobody spot them out. They just wait it out. They might actually win the chicken despite having only 1 player. Horimiya shouldering this for the rest of a team of Team Subla. Oh, he got the center. But player 047 popping the smoke, giving away his position. Horimiya spot him out. He got a clear shot. He didn't open the shot. He didn't spot him out. Wire giving us back. That's Horimiya for you. 1v1v1. 5FS, despite having one player all day long, they can score another chicken, but 10 eliminations on the side of Horimiya for the team. What a play! 5FS. I guess they are the king of Sunhawk. iBot, they got 1 HP win for the chicken dinner, but 5FS, 2 winner chicken dinner in the same map of Sunhawk. Despite they only have 1 player, congratulations to 5FS. Wow. Such big statement. Sunhawk, it's ours. Abang Long Sunhawk, we call it in Malaysia for these guys. The kings of Sunhawk just shows how remarkable they are, how formidable they are. Being showcased by iBot, and just now player 067, I think. Sorry if I got the number wrong, but that was incredible. They won 2 Sunhawk map with only 1 player left. Not 1 HP, but 1 player. Such big plays coming out from 5FS. Such a fast game as well, leaving us with only 1 map remaining. Who will take away the lion's share amount of prize pool after this map? Because just now, that 3,200 ringgit champion prize pool feels like 5FS will not let their podium spot go. But will they triumph once more in the last map today, which you're going to head over to Erangel after this. Congratulations again to 5FS. Incredible plays. I think 5FS, they like to play solo. They don't need teammate. They're like, I want to be hero. Okay, so we're going to have to wait and see if they can still gonna be a hero in Erangel, because in Erangel, it's a totally different ball game. Because we do know Erangel is the OG map. It's the longest map. Every single tournament, we usually play the most for Erangel. So this is where the map, all the player shines, and the most balance between land and water ratio. So it might be a water fight. It might be a land battle in between those two. But are we heading into a break? I think we're going to head into a break. So we're going to have a break for a bit to prepare all the players to be in the lobby for Erangel. I promise you it's going to be a short one. So see you guys after this. It's me. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready and buckle up. We're down to one more map to go, and that's gonna be Erangel. Are you guys ready? One more map in the Allstars Regional PUBG Mobile Grand Finals. And we are live here in Reku, Sepang, Malaysia with me, Chuchu, your caster for today. But our teams are hyped up. I can literally see them just next to me. But that's more exciting because I get to see which team died first. Whoever actually had nothing to do, which means they're actually being eliminated. But when it comes to the Wrangle, this is going to be tough. Especially, we won't be looking at the overall rankings right now. So nobody knows who's standing at number 1 after that crazy round of Sunhawk map. And nobody knows who's actually the top 3 because things has been interchanging for quite some time. But we do know high chance 5FS might actually stand at number 1 for now. But if you guys don't scan the code before, we're gonna flash it right now for you guys. Later on in the game, we're heading over to the last Erangel map in the Allstars Regional PUBG Mobile Grand Finals. Let's go! Now, this is the last time for the superstars or the all-star players to shine one last time to make flashy plays if you're still not being the hero of your team. But when it comes to the flight path, we're going to have a very northern flight path, not even crossing SMB. SMB, we short form for Sonovska military base as SMB. So we call it SMB, but the toughest challenge with this kind of flight path, if the circle landed in between SMB, Pochinki and Farm, the river is gonna be the center. We've seen that happen before multiple times, and we've seen it maybe even in this one. So we're gonna have to wait for the first circle to pop. Will be Lipovka, will be Jogopol. But what I know through my entirety of life career in PUBG Mobile, never once we get ending in Zaki. So whoever loves to drop Zaki, you don't have to stay there. Even if you're not playing this tournament, for the next time you guys play in the game, Zaki is just for looting. Never in my entire life, Zaki is actually last circle. It just didn't exist, okay? Zaki is just different map, okay? But for now, we have slightly a north flight path, very generous circle indeed. This kind of circle, if you look at Pochinki on the right side, there's slightly a patch of a color, which is going to be chocolate color. That's actually a hill. We call it potato hills of Pochinki because it does look like a potato when it comes to this map. So if I say to the hill of Pochinki, so that's pretty much on the right side of Pochinki. But this kind of circle, it might end up 2 ways. First, potato hills of Pochinki. Second, Gatka. If you guys are familiar with this map, you know Gatka is not going to be the easiest ending of circle because it's like paddy field, very flat, couple of haystacks, then everybody can see you because there's a bit of low ground and a flat plain. But for this team right now, which is going to be Lawak team, they made some progress in the last game, but unfortunately they lost WGN way early on. I do know Anak Mark been pulling a lot of weight for the team after last we saw him in Sunhawk scoring for a couple of eliminations by himself. But this time, unfortunate enough for the side of team number 16, which is going to be Lawak team, having hot drops against another team. We call hot drop means more than one team is dropping in the same area. So hot drops is a good sign if you're a very aggressive player, but bad sign for the teams that love to play a bit slow early on. Team number 15, this is going to be Magdas. They had some early arrests in the last game. Alcohol. Pulled it out, number 10. Unity Virus. Great shot with the Scar, Ellen Thompson. Micro Uzi shot out Bunny. Frank is down as well. Ritz. He does look like very cool with a double gun like that. But if it didn't connect, it didn't take anybody down. Coolness will not do much. J-Bone managed to get on one, but what a nade! Flathead, that was bombastic. Dilemma. Just hiding around behind the door. Dilemma. In a dilemma right now. Whether to go in or out. Against none other than T-Virus, team number 10. There's also Jin and Flathead. 1 elimination is done by Dilemma. He needs to play it patient. Very safe. At the same time, bullet-wise, 30 in magazine reserve, not the greatest. Level 3 helmet, great. Level 2 vest, okay, decent enough. But gears-wise, perfect. Not so much when it comes to ammunition. He needs to stock up his resources. Back towards Bangla. Tom. I'm waiting for Tom to actually shine up again for Team Loot Legends here. Because we've seen their best in the first map of Miramar. Superb when it comes to their execution. But they have to fight against so many teams just next to them. And that's going to be Bandoramas or Silent Raptor. Either one or. Vish. Got himself extension already. 40 in 1 single round of his bullets. Banglai. Osman. I think that's going to be Grace. Probably Team Who Else or Team Marksman. Either or Ningmo. It's not going to be great for the teams to actually be eliminated early. Only 1 team ousted for now, but over 10 players being eliminated this early on. We're starting off with a 64. 16 teams. Now we're down to 53 players. It's still stage 1, but 10 seconds on the clock. Less than that, 5 seconds. It's going to be stage number 2 commencing. And we'll wait for the stage 2 circle. Will it be still centralizing in the middle of the map? Or will it be shift? We call it hard shift or hard shift to its left, right, up or down. It's not going to be easy. When it comes to Wrangle, it can surprise you immensely about the last few circles. 4 AM, Angry Man. Oh, not really. This is T-Virus. Lee. Lace, they lost early on. It's going to be starting off with the 3 players. Not scouting anybody just yet. It's going to be quite silence, but Dilemma of Team Magdes has been very silent, not even pulling a muscle or not even trying to breathe when he's being surrounded with the rest of Team Virus around him. I don't know how, but he managed to do so. Dilemma not being spotted out at all. Despite of that, having 4 or 3 players around him, they did not check every single building. But we have new visitor coming in, a new guest, an unwelcome guest. This is going to be Ning Wall. Just passing by, pulled over. Oh boy, Dilemma. This is going to be tough. I don't know if they actually can hear me, but they are checking every single corner right now, aren't they? Run, Dilemma, run! You're still in dilemma. What to do? Sleep, run, wait, fire? That's dilemma for you. But Jin, on the other hand, still can't sniff his position there. Something smells fishy. The 3 players aggressively try to just search the entirety of the compound. There's nobody there. Playing hide and seek dilemma. I don't know what kind of ninjutsu he actually did, but he's a ninja right now. Nobody can spot dilemma. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Here comes another. Jin taking it on Duang. 1 player out. Executed immediately by these guys. Quiet before the storm. This is going to be Ning Wall. Kryptonite waiting on the off angle. Jin. Where are this dilemma? How come they didn't see ya? I'm very curious about his hiding spot, by the way. Jin! Got fired back, countered fire by the side of Ning Wall. Flathead Lee, they need to work things together. There's no communication in between the teams of Virus right now. No information relayed instantaneously, but we have another team coming up very soon as well. That's going to be Niner Mike. Niner Mike will have a bit of a jab against SPHL. SPHL twice in a row now, they're being shut down by another team out of nowhere. Bombarded, ambush, taken by surprise with their guards down. Mark Hong shut down on Supernix. Again, Supernix, another one being eliminated early. Jin also start to be taken now. Dilemma! Solo player, no problem. Taking out Virus by himself. Wait, what? And back to the side of Buddy. Team 17, that's going to be Team Niner Mike. Try finishing off, but this might be a backlash to the counter fire. Barcelona, SPHL, Flux. They're scattered about for Team SPHL. Trying to ring around the rosy against the team number 17 here, Niner Mike. They need to reset quickly. They don't have time. Time is against them, and there's gonna be an entire crew. Hello, SPHL. Welcome to the Team 17, Niner Mike. Slowly they just charge in. Here comes the flush, like we mentioned before. They are flushing out the entirety of Niner Mike out of this compound, taking their walls down. Niner Mike having some trouble to go for defense. Team 17, they are in shambles. Limb by limb, take it out. Oh, calm down, buddy. That's gonna be your friend. We're done. We're done. Look at how aggressive FA, Super FA can get. My God. Calm down. The entire team, opponent's team, already down and away back in the lobby. Well, thank you so much for the side of, oh, never mind. We're not done yet. Another, oh, okay, bye. That's gonna be Badaramas. Lost one of the players. Another one. Thank you for joining our grand finals for the teams that are being eliminated. We're down to 12. And this is only stage 2. How fast this can get? Well, it's down to the players. They're still aggressively trying to find a target. Next is going to be Pup. Joker taking on 5. It's going to be Team Loot Legends. Still have a 4. Great numbers at this stage. 4 teams eliminated. Half of the population almost completely wiped out. We're down to 8 players as a total. But when it comes to stage 2, we haven't seen the circle for the next one, but I assume this is nearby Potato Hills of Pachinki, because it's slightly chocolatey on the corner of the minimap just now. It means if there's no distance, if there's no meters, when we look at players' perspective, that means they are in the circle. If you can see meters on the minimap when we look over at our players' view, that means they are outside of the safe zone or the circle, so they need to run and get away from the blue zone, because the blue zone just kills. Back to the side of Tom. Little Legends. Level 1 helmet. Okay, but you need a replacement, buddy, if you want to last long enough. Ammunition-wise enough. No hand grenades for smokes. I mean, but it's Tom. We do know Tom don't need hand grenade. He just gun blazing is gonna be fine. Sort of Vesh, Joker, and Bangle. Usually, sorry, it's always Vesh to go down. I don't know why. It's like Vesh willingly give away. I give you guys info, but I'm gonna sacrifice myself. I hopefully you get to see some flashy plays coming up from Vesh. But on the side of Loot Legends, very empty indeed. I assume this is gonna be close towards the center of the circle. They're moving at the same time. So we might actually have a gut car field. Gut car field will be just slightly to the left of what the minimap looks like right now. And it's going to be a very flat field, but surrounded by a couple of hills. But in the middle of gut car field, it's literally flat, but only a couple of haystack, few houses. So whoever gets there first, if the circle happens to be there, whoever gets there first gonna have the biggest advantage, because there's so little amount of compounds and buildings down there. If you're late into it, good luck surviving. But speaking of surviving, we just mentioned about Loot Legends. Unfortunately, they are bumping into 4 angry men. And they looks like they're still angry. Look at that, PU. No mercy given. Bangle! Bangle! We can see your kaki. Oh man, Bangle, nowhere to run. No, hide the explosion of it will just knock down a Bangle. I don't think his teammate will actually go back for him. All the rest of the teammate already flew so fast towards the other side of the map. Yeah, you do you, buddy. But at the same time, Bangle, nice try. Unfortunately, he got surprised by the rest of the team, which are going to be 4 angry men that surprised him with another attack from behind. Buaya Parsi. How do you... Why Buaya Parsi? Have you guys actually seen Buaya Parsi before? I didn't know Buaya also have nationalities, man. Kalau buaya Malaysia macam mana? Tu yang tengah duduk-duduk. Tak adalah. I'm just kidding, guys. But when it comes to jokes aside, we're back towards team number 8. 4 angry men. Make it 3 now. 3 angry men. Osman Latif. But the legendary, we're waiting for you to be legendary. I'm waiting. Every time the legendary, I always die first lah. Why lah? The name very strong already. This is welcome to Kaka Field. This is what I meant about how flat Kaka Field is, and that's going to be the only compound, the buildings, on top of this very massive field. But you do have small jacks or small huts, cabins. Oh wow. Osman Latif, how lucky can you get? How you guys don't get that guy who just hopped onto the car lah? How? Okay, round 2. Let's go! Osman Latif! Where you want to run? Run, Osman! Osman! Hi. Oh. It's straight into the warehouse. No time. No time to lose at all. Babe, Kumi. Yok zigzag. Now, they won't chase Osman Latif into the warehouse because they know if they chase him in, they might actually put themselves in danger. Because we talked about warehouses, big buildings before. It's a great fortress for you to take covers, but if you want to get out of it, that's going to be a big issue because there's no cover at all. Barely any structures around the warehouse. So if you want to step out and you have to leave, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Kryptonite. Back to its Ning Wall. Ning Wall, the team that really had good momentum earlier today, slowly losing their stamina now. Can see some of them exhaustion start to kick in. They're doing okay for now. We're down to 11 teams. But when it comes to eliminations, I don't know who got the most out of eliminations, but so far this is one of the high numbers that we're looking at the current state of the game. 6-5 by Okami-kun. I think we have a couple of individuals that we already get to see some highlights that they have high chance being the MVP of this tournament, because the MVP also be awarded during the ceremony, during the prize giving later today. One of them I think is going to be Okami. He's been performing since the earliest of today's map in Miramar. Every single map he actually portrays such hard work. But back towards Anak Mak. Lawak team. Left with 2 players. Heavy casualty. Barely got enough manpower. If a full squad happened to be rushing them, they're done. This is a very small compound to be shared by 3 teams at the same time. But lucky enough for them, one of the teams is leaving. They know for a fact, hey, feels like a bit stuffy in here. Might as well just get into a different compound because it's not enough. There's not enough time. You don't want to waste any resources, but different for the side of who else. Yok! Who else? They've been actually attacked from afar. I don't know which team is that. It's going to be team number 9, which is going to 5FS. Now 5FS, if they win another chicken here in this Erangel map, with a back-to-back chicken dinner in Sunhawk before, is just them solidifying the entirety of this grand finals. 100% assurance that they're going to get the championship. Now 50% already in their hands with the back-to-back chicken dinner here. Can they solidify with this last map to make sure, hey, 100%, we don't have to wait for the result. We know we're going to be champions. But will it be stolen away by the teams in the last minute, having this crazy number of eliminations here? Lawat team spotted out by who else? Just passing by again. Kryptonite of team number 14, Ningguo, lost 2 players before, but look at Okami! 8 eliminations, 7 just by Okami! It's crazy good. Incredible players. I don't know how he actually does it without being noticed by all the other teams. It's high level play here we're talking about. Very fast looting, very fast movement, proactive rotation. Not even taking a step back when it comes to his performance. But Pubgm, spot out this 7. Pubgm is also trying to shine here. We can see he got a spotlight multiple times right now for Pubgm. Multiple knockdowns. Execution-wise is a bit of an issue for Pubgm. D7X. He got 2. Pubgm make it 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? Where is that fight going? Which part of a map? We're gonna have to wait and see. Vish, taken out by JPN. I did warn you, Vish. You're always the first one being eliminated, yeah. Hopefully you're being okay. JPN. There's gonna be team who else? Coming out from Thailand. Lost 2 players. Bake, Kumi and JPN tried to do all the work while they're fighting against Loot Legends. Tom and Joker. Tossing multiple nades, did not connect. Bait, reposition. Oh, he's put it out! Oh, Tom! Just seconds too late. Oh, what a trade-off by Joker with that as 12k. What is going within this smoke? JBN can't see a thing. Everything just blinded him. It's going to be 1v1. The best man wins against Osman Latif. JPN. 8 teams, 19 players. Stage 5, less than 45 seconds. They need to move. They're not inside of the safe zone. If the 30 seconds on the clock, they did not move, both teams will have to bow down early. For team 12, who else, and team 11, Sibla. They need to leave, Osman! Woo! Difficult angle there. JPN. High himself barricade against this buggy. Bought himself some space. Reposition. Too open. Need to get further, but Osman! With a time of peeking out, there was a perfect pick and shoot on the side of Osman Latif. Amazing place. We're down to 7 teams. While Pubgm, another crazy bet on the loose. Waya! Pubgm and Waya. Team number 8, 4 Angry Men. 7 eliminations by Pubgm out of the 9 eliminations on the bag. Pubgm. A bit late for the tracking. They're holding the southeast, slightly southeast of a circle. Can gatekeep so many teams, try to choke them out. 047 taking on Okami. 047, the player that clutched it out against 5FS just now, which means 5FS is still alive. If 5FS not be taken down anytime soon now, they might actually win this championship, this grand finals. iBob TV, another big player with a big clutch earlier today, got himself 6 elimination. Now all they need to do for the side of 5FS, maintain consistency, be in the top 5, and they are in it to win it. But if they scored another chicken dinner, it's straightforward high chance they're taking the champions away. JL Fur couldn't do a thing the moment they just arrived. iBob TV going in for the rush with his teammate. Yeah, Mitra Ryan plays 047 and Dams spot out another team that's going to be spraying over Lawat's team. Oh, not falling down and straight into the mouth of Osman Latif. But 1 stone to finish them all against two birds. 5 FS. They're very close to winning, but can they end it with a banger? Can they finish this off with a triple chicken, a hat-trick chicken against 4 angry men? Another team suddenly on the rise here. Campus pretty much low. Damn, still full HP. This for down, Campus. Campus trying to finish off 0-4-7. At the same time, Dams, can they actually do it? Campus trying to finish off, but couldn't do it. They're trying to find the corner. They're trying to bait them out. Here comes the nade and the smoke. Hoping to clip off Campus. Campus, yup, is still full HP. Campus trying to heal himself at the same time. Mitra, Ryan OP, trying to finish off the core and trying to revive 0-4-7. They need to reset fast for the start of team number 9, which can do 5 FS. But 5 FS, single player, duo player, not a full squad. They still can deliver. We've seen them before. PU repositioning within the smoke. The moment the smoke dissipates, it's going to be a clear view for both teams to exchange their grenades and exchange their bullets. Down to play 0-4-7. Mitra Ryan down! Back to square one! PU! 4 angry men! Finally getting angry in the last Iranga map for our grand finals. So close, yet so far. Almost making a record. 5 FS, such consistency, almost a hat-trick, but denied by 4 angry men. Winner, chicken dinner for 4 angry men. Will this change the overall rankings? Will 5 FS till number 1? Or will it be taken down by the last minute 4 angry men with a sudden rise? Will be enough with their eliminations, because 4 angry men, they might actually have a double-digit eliminations. Now this should be a bit shaky for 5 FS, because 4 angry men is quite consistent as well. Congratulations again. These gonna be the team that won just now. They're definitely not looking angry at all. Cool as ice as their drinks can be. That's gonna be 4 angry men for you. Which one is PU? I want to know which one is PU. Oh, that's gonna be the MVP. Okay, we have a round of applause for PU, guys. He played so well just now. I never see somebody get so angry just like he did. But that was incredible. But now we're back to the equation. Who will be that number 1 team? Because we didn't check the overall rankings twice in a row for the maps. Now, who do you think will take away the championship? Who will stay second? I'm bitter about it. But don't worry, it's going to be top 5 that gets away the prize. But right now, we're going to pass it over to Ryan, I think. We're going to head over to the break. Then pass it to the host to wrap things up. But you guys have to stay tuned because we still have major giveaway, lucky draw, and this gonna be a massive one. See you guys after this break.
Regional Esports Tournament. So, for this round, we will have 4 All-Star Values lanyard to win, 1 GOAT lanyard, 3 GOAT cap, and 1 27-inch LG Ultra Gear monitor. Thanks to our sponsor for today, LG. All right, so let's have a look at the screen to see who our lucky draw winners are. Okay, so for the first gift, All-Stars Values lanyard, we have, let's spin the wheel. There will be 4 winners for the lanyard. So the first winner is Rafarisha Hanini Muhammad Ghani. All right. So the second winner for the All-Stars All for One and One for All lanyard is Nurul Hazira binti Muhammad Herwan. Okay, let's move on to the next winner, the third winner this time. Muhammad Ikwan bin Zakaria. And the final winner for the All-Stars All for One and One for All lanyard is Muhammad Shamil bin Shamsuddin. Awesome. Okay, congratulations to all the 4 winners of the All-Stars All for One and One for All lanyard. Now it's time to move on to the next prize, the GOAT Greatest of All Time lanyard. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's go. And the winner goes to... Dun, dun, dun. I hope it's not me. Muhammad Nur Firdaus bin Juma'a. Okay, congratulations to the winner. Now we shall move on to our next prize, which is the GOAT cap. All right, if you guys have seen it, it is actually quite cool, the design. So there are 3 lucky winners who will be winning this special edition cap. Shall we spin the wheel? The first winner for the GOAT cap is Nurul Shakirin binti Ahmad Zaki. All right, moving on to the next winner. The second winner is Muhammad Firdaus bin Rahman. Whoa, multiple Firdauses have won a bunch of our lucky draw items this night. Okay, let's move on to our final winner for the GOAT cap. Let's spin the wheel. And the final winner is Caleb Wee Siu Leng. Congratulations to all the winners for the greatest of all time cap. Now, the biggest prize of the lucky draw for tonight, we have the 27-inch LG Ultra Gear monitor. Okay, thanks to our sponsor for today, LG, who are also here with us today as well. Okay, can I see a show of hands? Who wants to win this monitor? Woo! All right, okay, so fingers crossed, everyone. I also want to win this monitor as well. Okay, so on the count of 3, let's spin the wheel together. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And the winner, the final lucky draw winner goes to Davis Jim Jippy. Yo! Is Davis around? Can we see if Davis is around? No. Okay, no worries. Congratulations to Davis for winning the 27-inch LG Ultra Gear monitor, courtesy of LG. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, All Stars. Please stay where you are while we wait for the marshals to complete calculating everyone's points. Thank you. All right, All Stars, we are back and ready for the prize giving ceremony. Can I hear your voice? Are you ready? Woo! Okay, not excited enough, you guys. All right, okay, so we will begin with the 5th place. All right, so the 5th team will be walking away with 500 ringgit Malaysia. Okay. So in the fifth place, we have Team Sebelah from Malaysia. Give a round of applause for Team Sebelah. And next, in 4th place, walking away with 800 ringgit Malaysia, we have, drumroll please, Team SPHL All-Stars from Malaysia. Right, congratulations to the 5th and 4th place winners. Now, let's move on to the most anticipated top 3 winners. All right, are you ready? Yes? Okay. So, in 3rd place, the 3rd place will be walking away with 1,500 ringgit Malaysia alongside 600 UC. Congratulations to Team Ningwai from Thailand. For Team Ningwai from Thailand, please come up at the back here, you guys. Notice me, please. Team Ningwai. Team Ningwai, hello, at the back, please. Yeah, please come forward over here, yeah, so we can hand over your prize. So the prize today will be given by our event organizer for today, Mr. Ryan Tanjin Kwan. Give him a round of applause. All right, All Stars, one more huge round of applause for our 3rd place winners, Team Ningwai. All right. Now, moving on to the 2nd place. The 2nd place will be walking away with 2,000 ringgit plus 1,500 UC. All right, and the 2nd place winner is Team 4 Angry Men from Malaysia. Huge round of applause for Team 4 Angry Men. Hopefully they are not angry. Hopefully they are happy tonight. All right, Team 4 Angry Men, please make your way to the front for a quick photo op. All right, smile. Everyone, round of applause for 4 Angry Men from Malaysia. Congratulations to 4 Angry Men. And now, the most awaited announcement. Are you guys nervous? All right, so the champion for tonight, the legends of the All-Stars Regional Esports Tournament of 2025 will be walking away with 3,200 ringgit and 3,000 UC. Can you guys have a guess of who it is? Yes? Are you ready to hear it? Can I hear some voices? Yes, okay. So the champion for the All-Stars Regional Esports Tournament 2025 is Team 54S from Malaysia. Congratulations to Team 54S from Malaysia. Of course, we were all watching here and it was intense. You guys are insanely talented. All right, Team 54S, please make your way over to the front for a quick photo op. and also to receive your prize. All right, All-Stars, one more time, please give a huge round of applause to our champion for tonight, Team 5FS from Malaysia, walking away with 3,200 ringgit Malaysia and 3,000 UC. All right, All-Stars, we are definitely not done yet. There's still one final category to announce. All right, so this is what you've been waiting for. This is the best player of tonight, the GOAT, the MVP of tonight's All-Stars Regional Esports Tournament. All right, so the MVP award goes to Okami-kun or Rahat Srisuwan from Team Ningwai with 17 eliminations. Congratulations to Rahat Srisuwan for winning the MVP award for tonight. Okay? From Team Ningwai, he will be walking around with the 32-inch LG monitor courtesy of our sponsor for tonight, LG. All right. Give a huge round of applause for our MVP for tonight. Congratulations to Team Ningwai for walking away with 2 different awards tonight. All right. And that's a wrap for tonight. Thank you so much, All-Stars, for joining the All-Stars Regional Esports Tournament 2025. And we'll see you at the next one. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you to the event organizers. Thank you to Ryan for hosting. And of course, thank you to our sponsor for tonight, LG. Have a good night. See y'all soon.